All right, playing Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. We are on part 2. Make sure that it all works. It looks like it's... Oh, this is different. Uh... Uh... Oh! This is the plus! Okay! What have I got in pictures right now? Oh, I just got these. Oh, this is neat! Okay, set wallpaper, that's a bit forward at the moment. Oh, I imagine this is what yeah, this is what what do you call it? Like the console versions look like. Could be me. Side stories, what are we going with? Oh my God. All right. Fuck the rest of the DDLC story. We getting into the side stories, unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DDLC. Okay, so it looks like we got 2 of the Sayori ones. I just don't know how to get the Monica. I imagine, do you get the Monica ones? Are those just the unrelated ones? Whatever. So, okay. Begin the side story? Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's fucking get it, bro. I'm so juiced. New DDLC content. I'm here for it. Ooh, new music. Yo, new art! Yo! This is some sexy shit right here. We're in the classroom. Oh, hi, Monica. The literature club's starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? Ugh, I missed debate club. Who knew it'd be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. Man, I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica's the only member of the literature club. In the days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?" Maybe no one is into literature enough to pick it over their other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision! But what kind of vision? Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. But before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. It's so quiet and the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. Oh, Monica taking a nap. Cute. Um, hello? What the hell? Hmm? Suddenly a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I never do this. Is this the napping club? No, this is Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that is in fact the literature club. This is the literature club. Yay, I thought I got it wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry. It was so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologize. I do it all the time. Oh, did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? Well, about that, this is everybody. Really? Just you? But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. If it's just you, that means I get to be vice president. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be the president. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, what was your name? Sayori. Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really, really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening not to be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. I was just joking about the vice president thing too. I'd make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry that this isn't, like, a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I've found a few more members at least? Well, no. I want to join now. Really? Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing and you should be more proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so, haha. Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Monica! That's such a cool name! Well, now you're just trying to cheer me up. But you're smiling! Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monica glances on the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it. So what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool. And I think we need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. A mission to kill. My mission is to make everyone happy. Uh-huh. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica to a friendly hug, then let's go. Why didn't I get to see that art? Fuck. Sorry. Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. This is epic. I love this. A day passes and the time comes for the literature club, Monica and Sayori to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures she's the first to arrive at the club room, but she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining? No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday, but I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry, I'm late. I'm here. It's okay. Welcome back. And Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk. Oh, what's this? Ooh, a new poem. Take my hand, take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland, caution me to watch my steps so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Good poem. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course! Wait, no, that's the wrong side of the paper. Sorry, I'm just turning down my game because it's a bit loud for me. Shouldn't change for the recording, hopefully. Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure I'm not anywhere as good at it as you are. Haha, really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again after I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that. Aw, you should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president. Haha, I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I would love that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know? It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people usually. But you can when it's a poem, when it's in a poem, right? Yeah, I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. So I'm glad you showed me, well, even though it was by accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that for someone else to read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I do love that. Oh geez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? My brain stormed so hard. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. Ha ha ha. Sorry, that sounds terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry. But it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when we have the chance to give people cupcakes, you know, like when they come into the club. What if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyer? I'm like kind of worried that would bring in the wrong kind of people, you know? Wrong kinds. People would just come for the cupcakes and then leave. Aw, nobody would do that. That'd be mean. But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature, even if they don't know it yet. Let's see, the next thing on the list, hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like, go around the school and find people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch, and we tell them to check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is, like, would most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How do we know if they're just reading for fun? Oh, well, we could ask them. And they'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part, I'm sorry. Monica, you seem like a real buzzkill at the moment. but you know. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Oh, your next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them on the wall. I'd definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful! Haha, I never said you weren't. I just need to think, what would people tell? What would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about the club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, huh? A vision for the club. Okay, sorry, pretend you're a normal person for a second. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Haha. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How'd you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club based. What the heck? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine. I wonder who that could be. Who is the friend of Sayori's that she's referring to here? Come on, fellas, we gotta put our brains together. Who is that? Have you met them yet? Okay, what if I said that we, like, do group reading and discuss it together? I'd probably nap through that. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. We need to really catch their interest, you know? Ugh, this sucks. Why is this so hard? Monica, don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself. Like, express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day, talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like, intimate. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? We could be like, express your true self. Be intimate with us. Don't ask me twice. Okay, that's kind of... I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. What? What is it? I forgot all my things in my classroom. I must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Rushed, but weren't... Ah, never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then? I'll forget if I don't do it now. Well, I'll wait for you then. Okay, it'll only take a second. Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Ah! Ah! Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame. How fucking dare you, Monica? That was beautiful. Ah, you startled me. Sorry, but it's something important. On the way to my classroom, there's a girl reading a book. Reading a book? Let's hurry and recruit her. Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework? I could tell she was really into it. Well, I guess we could take a look. Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. The two depart the classroom with Sayori leading the way. Is this the new art, Pog? No. This way! You don't have to run! Sayori leads Monica over to a particular classroom and lowers her voice to a whisper. See, in there! Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. You should go inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president, and I'd probably scare her away. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath and timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why? What happened? Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book, so I kind of just left the flyer on her desk and then walked out. Haha, that's kind of cute. But I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? The two head back to the classroom, Sayori feeling rather accomplished, and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resume their strategy meeting. They discuss various kinds of recruitment tactics from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list, and with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two end in a better spot from where they began. Well, I'd say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah! I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this? Sayori peers at the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart? That's so cute! Facts! Facts! Haha, I thought it was just a little overdramatic. But, Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. Well, what do you mean? Like, I don't know, I feel like I can tell from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah? Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go, and it's like I can't accept anything less than that. But I think in the end it helps me try my hardest at everything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it exactly how we want to envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it, so I'm just really afraid of deviating from that. The vision. What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off, smiling. Sawyer taps her finger against a sheet of paper, right the way into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you. Monica returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really going to make this the best club ever. Sayori nods and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought, all alone. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. The only movement is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home? You tell me, you're the president. Haha, in that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead, I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's alright, I just want some alone time. In that case. Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica. Good luck! Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the classroom. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something that she probably needed right about now. The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion, something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that, because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to smile and blend in, the person who's forced to be perfect. Hmm. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? Who doesn't have her homework in it? Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems. Become the flower. A feeling of joy as a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent. It's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment, yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Every day. Pluck, pluck, pluck. So pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You're going to die, and you too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction, and the field I stand in, the prosperous field, it's a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. That is why I've decided I must become the flower. Beautiful poem. What the? Wait. Sayori? Oh my god, we finished part one. Okay. Well, we got to do part two, right? Oh man. And then I think what I'll do is finish part two. That'll be this video, and I'll do trust, and I'll do understanding. That'll be its own video, and then I'll, in my own time, try to get the other side stories. Oh man. Oh, there's six, and so we got two just from doing Sayori. So we'll probably get two from doing Yuri, and then two for doing Natsuki. I think. I hope. I'll figure it out. Begin the side story? Hell yeah, brother. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club task, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori is going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her come for me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? This whole time I didn't think to ask her about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile, but upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monica? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club into what I need most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours, Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? As she say that, her face darkens. Through her silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me? I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Uh, Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore ignore the needs of her friend. Why was that so hard for me to say? I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. Ugh. You'd have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah, Monica takes a deep breath. Okay, I understand that you don't want me to worry, and I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So I just want you to promise that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind him, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? What about the recruitment? It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do have writing. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need, like, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You just kind of need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kind of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings into a little story. Hmm. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's like, it's not like building a railroad where you go from one end to another. It's more like a collage where you find all the things that you want to put in and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like the only way, but it's really good. It's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. You always get caught up in how it sounds that I forget what's actually important. Monica pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist, you idiot. Haha, I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out "you idiot" after she writes it down. No, keep it. What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? Of course not. But the point is, you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. Ha, but I was just... Well, yeah. Underneath his scribble, Monica rewrites "you idiot" at the start of the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for, and then I did that exact thing anyways. This is really gonna take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks, I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course. Hee hee. Monica continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. Uh, but after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheets of paper begin to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. Whew! Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it, but it's also kind of liberating. Mm-hmm. I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Haha, don't give me too much credit. I have to try really, really hard on it. Monica, you were great at writing poems in the main game. Trust me, you'll do fine. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing with you. Sayori beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yay, let's do it! Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club, not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Uh, Ooh, we're not done. I was about to be scared that we were done. It didn't feel like it should have been done. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room, with her printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with all new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. If only this is a flyer we gave to that reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one, but The new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is the one, is that, oh my god, I really had a moment. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from the students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be present if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form. Aww. But with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate club is always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints, and delivering them with conviction. It's about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn how to express myself for real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper, but her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects at around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her fingers across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand, Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. Oh my god. That's fucking deep. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here. Hi. Monica hears Sayori approach the desk, then for a second probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk. Bad day? Mm-hmm. Me too. You too? The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard. On the club. But also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. Hmm. Sayori takes a sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Sometimes I want to die. Damn. Sayori, this is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too, because you're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me I've never told anyone before. Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop. Ain't we known each other for like 4 days? I mean, ain't they known each other for like 4 days or something? Oh no, I might be missing something. Oh, I missed that. Fuck. I mean, something promised. God damn it, I did it again. I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared. At those words, Monica stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anybody about these kinds of thoughts I have. It's so much easier just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that. Sorry pauses and seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. Letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How'd you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about the club is supposed to, Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling it was right for me to do, especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence, and our friendship doesn't have to change. Haha. It's so silly. The club is only two people, but it already means so much to me. Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart, a feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was just so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monica steps forward, but if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy, if you'd like. Oh! This is fucking beautiful. Holy shit. Oh, I can save this. What am I doing? But I mean, this is amazing. Wordlessly and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Through her contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that of all the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything, I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless and everybody would be better off without me. She suppresses a sob and a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything, and it feels like everyone just has to put up with me, and I hate it. I hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. Damn, Sayori. I feel that. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away, and now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. This is just being your friend. Monica offers a few words of comfort, but she knows, Sayori said it herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong, and Monica can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them like any good friend would do. You have so much value, to me, to your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. That's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me, but any other time I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Mm-hmm. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. You know I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayori nods. It's scary. It's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. Well, of course it'll always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me tired. And hungry. Haha. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monica smiles. But I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. Face that seems familiar. We don't get to know which one it was. If it was Yuri, it was probably Yuri because of the whole deep into the book. But that was great. Absolutely fantastic. Music. Uh, oh, is this all the Wait, playlist. All songs. Oh, this is all the songs I think I've heard in the game. That's probably it. But yeah, that's which one is this? This is Trust, DDLC side story Trust. Yeah, that was epic. That was amazing. Because it has my two favorite characters in it, so it can only go downhill from here, if I'm being honest. All right, see ya.